controversy at NABJ about this. One of my least favorite debates is the question of, platforming. Whatever you think about Donald Trump, and you can think a lot of negative things, he is the Republican nominee for president. And people, when you're bringing him up on stage to have Rachel Scott and others interview him, you're not platforming him, you're interviewing him. That's what journalists do. Your friend Tim Miller and mine tweeted the following, which I think illustrates why interviewing the former president is a good idea. He says, and this is a little not safe for work, this NABJ interview is a great example of why the people who demand that we deplatform Trump are wrong. People should see this, a grumpy, cruel, hard-of-hearing, race-baiting asshole having to actually answer for his track record in an environment outside his comfort zone. God knows I would not have used one of those words if it were just me, but I'm happy to quote Tim to that effect. What do you think the impact of this is politically? Does seeing Trump in all of his anti-glory help the cause of keeping him from not becoming the president of the United States again?
I think it does. Look, I think anytime you sort of hide Trump from the American people, I think, taking him off Twitter, taking him off Facebook, cutting off his mic in a debate, not carrying his insane rallies live, all of this has served actually to hide him from the American people. And I think as a result, they haven't been able to track his decomposition as clearly as they might have when it's on display. And I was thrilled. I know there's a debate about whether or not he should have done this, but I was so glad it happened because people need to see who he is. One of the things that happens for Donald Trump and has been consistent over the years is that when voters see more of Donald Trump, his approval rating goes down. When they see less of Donald Trump, his approval rating goes up. And so we want voters to have exposure to him. And most importantly, we want them to have exposure to him outside of interviews that are softball interviews in the context of Fox News. Laura Ingraham isn't going to ask him about what happened on January 6th. And I think that they're not going to ask him in the ways that these much more sort of professional journalists asked about things like J.D. Vance. Those were very revealing questions or very revealing answers that the president gave when he